Hey y'all, it's the Iceman, host of Facts Over Feelings podcast. More bounce to the ounce, and I say what counts. Don't nobody's go home till the fat man fucks. What's happening, chocolate people? Just here, give you guys a feel, give you guys a couple of minutes to get in the house. I know some folks are gonna be surprised. Some folks from Facebook are gonna be surprised because the um, um, uh, some of y'all not subscribed to this channel. Okay. So we're going to give it a minute. We're going to give it a minute so that we'll see what's cracking. Can you dig it? So we're going to give folks a couple of minutes. Let's see. Go back to YouTube. Let me go to this website real quick and see what's going on. What's this crap? Okay, let's get back over here to mm. So what y'all been up to, man? How was y'all weekend? How was y'all weekend? Hope the weekend went as planned. Can you dig it? How was y'all weekend? All right. As you guys probably know, a lot of these Democratic led uh, Democratic led states, these Democratic led states are just trying to hurry up and pass all kind of LGBT, homosexual, sexual deviant uh, legislation, and which is one of the reasons, uh, which is one of the reasons a lot of people from these red states are running their asses up here, talking that oh shoot, they coming up here uh, so that uh, so that they don't get so they they can find a rest haven for their sexual deviancy. You digs? Um, Black people, let me say this to you. We have to start speaking up. Okay? We got to start speaking up because if they don't hear your voice, you know what they're going to do? Or my voice. You know what they're going to do? They're going to do whatever they want to do. It's up to us to show them that there is political, uh, there's a negative political price to pay. Uh, there's a negative political price to pay for pulling the crap that they pulling with all these sexual deviants. And like I said, the funny thing about it, these LGBT people don't even vote. And the ones that do ain't even 1% of the population. Obviously, we got more homosexuals than people are willing to admit because obviously some folks don't want to be at the crib, or some folks just don't want to be uh, in a position where their sexual deviancy is going to cost them their job. Okay. And that's something that a lot of individuals, some of these people, that's something they scared to death of, which, one way or the other, I could care less. I don't care nothing about them people. They can kiss my ass. Okay? They can kiss my ass. Yep. So basically, let's break some things down. They say that, we have to do these things for these other people because they're marginalized. Meanwhile, you're the most marginalized people on the planet, and you get absolutely no recourse whatsoever. You get absolutely no mention of help. Like yesterday on the news, I turned away because I was starting to get pissed off. they gonna announce, it's Asian Pacific month. See, now they trying to name all these months for races because of uh Black History Month was on the only thing. And see, we celebrate we celebrate Black History Month because without our ancestors, there would be no America. That's why but see, now they want to add in Asian Pacific, homosexual month. They want to add in Women's Month. See how they do? Black people can never have nothing to themselves. We can never have anything to ourselves. It always got to include everybody else, and they ain't built nothing. Ain't no Asian Pacific people built a damn thing in this country. They ain't built a damn thing. All they've done is come over here and sucked off of the resources our ancestors built, or the economy that was built on the backs of and heads of African people. I mean, of our people, not African people, but foundational Black Americans. You digs? We have to stop sitting around not saying nothing, because it ain't helping. It ain't helping, man. And I talked last week about the Civil War that's coming. And I was telling y'all that the Civil War is coming, whether you like it or not. It's coming. It's coming, and hopefully you're gonna be, like they say, if you get ready, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And a lot of y'all ain't ready, and you ain't gonna wait. You're gonna wait to the last minute to get protection, and you're gonna be sitting up here looking stupid because you're gonna be sitting here looking stupid because you sat up here and waited till the last minute. You digs? Now, what I wanted to say, well, that's enough of that. Wanted to talk to you guys about um, these thoughts. And the thing about thoughts, the thing about thoughts is they think that the, poking of the booty out, getting BBLs and all this kind of stuff. Most of the women that you see on Instagram with their butt poked out, talking about they got a BBL. Most of those women look horrible. Okay, just because you got a big ass, the big ass don't fix that face. That big ass don't fix that raggediness you got about you. Okay, that big ass don't fix none of that. And what a lot of people don't understand is that and who they are trying to uh who these women are trying to get the they're trying to get the attention of all men. But let's face it, these women are relegated to mainly Ray Rays and Pookies and Simp and Trick pro athletes. Okay, that's the only people who would mess with women like that. Whether they look good or not, whether they're a dime or not, that's beside the point. A dime can get you set up and jacked and killed, messing with the wrong one. You decide you're gonna bone this chick and drop her ass. Next thing you know, her cousin Ray Ray and Walmart Tavius is running up on you with a 9 millimeter just because you dropped their cousin and don't want to be with her ass no more. Y'all see where this is going? Oh, it's gonna get deep tonight because we got to start talking. I got to start putting this information out here because there's so many game goofy Negroes out here. There's too many game goofy Negroes out here. There's too many of y'all out here. You have no idea how to talk to women. You have no idea of how to navigate dating. Instead, you only look instead of dealing with a healthy. Let me give the analogy of the animal kingdom. You would rather chase after a three-legged deer that can't run away from you than go get a four-legged deer that's healthy. This is why people, let me say this to you. This is one of the reasons why simps get mad. Simps and tricks get mad when I talk. Why simps get mad. Simps and tricks get mad when I talk about this stuff. They get mad because they know I'm getting below the surface on their ass. I'm going below the surface. I'm hitting below the belt as far as they're concerned. You digs? And we ask that you guys contribute to the podcast. The Cash App IDs are posted in the chat room. Uh, got two choices, or you can go to AskTheIceman.com and go to scroll down to the contributions, donations window, and click on that, and it'll drop down. Anyway, and everybody hit the like button. So we have when we look at the women that we think we say are thoughts, hoes, harlots. When we talk about those types of women, we're being specific. Are there some undercover undercover thoughts out here? Yes. You digs? Because I was with one. A matter of fact, I've been with plenty. You digs? Been around plenty. So when we look at or ask questions as to why these women do what they do, here's I'm gonna give you the psychology behind all that poking asses out and all that old kind of stuff. I'm gonna break all that down right now. What you guys have to understand, we know that hoes and thoughts and harlots are low-hanging fruit. We know this. We know that these women are low-hanging fruit. Okay. Who these women are advertising for is goofy niggas, goofy ass niggas who they can easily get. Okay. See, a lot of you guys think that a woman showing her ass and her titties and walking around with her body all out for everybody to see. You're impressed with that. A lot of you young niggas, a lot of you guys out here, I would say 40 and 40 and under, you guys are enamored with booty models. You guys sit up here. You guys sit up here being giving these women a second life because we know that 10 times out of 10, most of these women ain't got no man, not no man of substance. And these women, we know these ain't good women. They baby mamas, they ghetto, they nasty. A lot of these women, you look at their houses, look in their room, they up here taking pictures in a room with dirty diapers and kids running around in there. And I'm just like, really? I'm not trying to date nobody like that just because they look good. How does that help me? See, I'm old enough to know better that just being with any woman is a waste of your time. And the only people I get pushback from that is niggas who ain't getting nothing, who ain't getting no ass, who ain't never got no ass. Okay, it's that guy who's talking about, well, Ice, why would you turn down somebody? Because that person, I don't like. There's something about them I don't like, and it repels me and repulses me. That's why some of y'all would deal with a woman. You'll sit up there and screw a woman. You'll sit there and screw a woman who smells like death between her legs, and you'll hit it with no condom. Man, I ain't getting none. So, man, let me shoot. That's how you get HIV, nigga. That's how you get all these other diseases. By doing that shit. By being a dirty dick nigga. Okay? Because you got to understand, most of these women out here, whether they good looking or not, whether they middle class or low class, a lot of these women don't take care of their vaginas. Okay? Which is why they smell the way they smell. Only the smart women and the clean women make sure their vagina don't smell like a trash can. Okay? But you will hit it with no condom because you ain't used to getting no ass. And those women that are on social media poking their ass out with the ridiculous looking BBLs, or maybe they naturally have an ass, but it's just cellulite. Okay. If they put when they wear a bikini, you can see all the stretch marks and the cellulite. Whereas when they got their clothes on, you can't see it. It just looks like a big ass. Okay. And so what a lot of and see, like I said, women know that. And so what a lot of and see, like I said, women know that you're only going to look so far as far as judging their behavior and their character. They know they know you ain't going to do it. They know you are going to spend most of your time trying to get some ass, and they know that. But they know a producer, he don't want to be bothered with no thought like that because he knows she's trouble. See, those of you who, you work regular jobs, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But those of you who work regular jobs, you don't understand why I'm saying leave these women alone. But that's due to your inexperience. That's due to your inexperience and your not just inexperience, but the fact that you aren't used to getting women. You're not used to getting any sex. You're not used to being respected by women. Women have never respected you. Okay. And you could tell with a lot of you guys because of what you post on Facebook and Instagram. I look at some of that stuff and I look at some of you guys posts and I'm like, this nigga's a simp. Because some of these simps and some of these tricks, what they will do is they'll talk shit. They'll talk shit uh uh on Facebook about not getting ripped off by women financially. But these are the same people who do get played, that are out there simping and tricking. Okay, because it's eat for them. They feel it's easy. They feel it's easy. It's easier to get low hanging fruit women. Well, they ain't gonna give you no ass. That's by the way. You just gonna be. They just gonna be, hitting your ass up for money. Okay. Otherwise, these women wouldn't be still out here dining and dashing off niggas' money and wasting your time. That's why a lot of women are complaining now because some men are opting out and saying, hey man, I'm not, I ain't buying your meal. I ain't buying your dinner. I'm not buying you a drink. Fuck you. Well, you ain't serious about trying to get with a nigga. You just trying to show up and get something for nothing. Which we all know that's the case. We know that's the case. We ain't stupid. We know the deal. We understand the politics of dating. We not stupid. But because for so long men have been simping and tricking, so long that these women got spoiled. Now they're being unspoiled because they're looking at how the economy got fucked up. They see how the economy got fucked up because of that pandemic. They see how uh they see how everything associated with the pandemic just destroyed people's jobs, destroyed people's way of making money. It destroyed a lot of stuff for them. And the unfortunate part is that we see the aftermath of these. We see the aftermath, uh, socioeconomically. We see the aftermath, and guys are saying, "Hey, lady, not only is it gonna get worse, remember all that shit you was talking. Remember all that shit you was talking, Miss Thing. Remember you was talking that shit about men ain't shit and fuck these broke ass niggas. Now you wish you had a broke nigga to help you pay that rent. You wish. You wish you had a broke nigga to help you pay that rent. Cause the rent gonna be due. And you better pay it or you gonna be sleeping outside. And what is happening right now with a lot of these women, they're getting evicted. That's why I decided to go buy a house, because I got tired of apartment complexes taking my deposit, stealing my deposit, talking about, oh well, you know, this was damaged. What the fuck you talking about? What? Wait a minute, hold up, player. You saying I did? Man, we did a walkthrough. You didn't say nothing then. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to deal with no more of these assholes. Okay? I don't want to deal with no more of them assholes. Because they're full of shit. Taking people's money. I'm like, fuck you, man. If you ain't making enough money, go get you a second job. Go start waitressing or something, nigga. Don't sit up here and steal my money. I need every penny of my money. You gonna steal my money? Nah, we ain't doing that. So I said, I'm done with this whole living in apartment shit. The only way I'll get an apartment is if uh I have to move somewhere, and I don't have time to look for. I don't really have the time to look for a house to rent or a townhouse to rent. Okay, those will be the only uh circumstances that I would rent another apartment. But I don't have a problem renting a house because I'm dealing with a private owner, and they probably, and if I take care of the house, they but I don't have a problem renting a house because I'm dealing with a private owner, and they probably, and if I take care of the house, they gonna be, you know, they'll send me my my deposit instead of taking my money. Now down in San Antonio, they don't do that. The apartment complexes down there don't do that. Every time I did a walkthrough, uh, they would uh them little Mexican chicks would walk through there with me and they'd be like, damn, this don't look like you even lived here. You know? I'm like, you clean the shit out this damn apartment. I say, yeah. And I made sure I didn't dirty it nasty and tear it up too. I made sure I didn't tear up nothing. I'm like, you're not gonna get me caught up. Okay. But going up here or when I was living in Washington, that's the shit they pull. Okay. That's the shit they pull. I was like, oh, okay. That's what we're doing. Is that what we're doing? Okay. But when you look at these women and you say, well, Ice, what's wrong with a big booty bitch? Hey, Ice, what's wrong with a bitch that got her ass poked out? Nothing. But are you going to try to build something with this chick? Is that the chick you're gonna try to build something with? She's gonna be the one that's gonna make that's not gonna insist on you wearing condoms, and you're gonna end up having sex with this woman and getting her pregnant before a ring is even discussed. And I wouldn't be putting no ring on no hoe's finger anyway. I know what it's like to be with a whore, okay? And it ain't fun. They're always trying to cause trouble. Always. Even the fat, tired looking ones like my ex-wife. Don't matter what they look like. They gonna do they gonna do that. They gonna do they go whether you know it or not, they're gonna do that. Okay? They're gonna do that. Okay? So the point that I'm trying to make to you is that we can't sit here. The stakes are too high for you young men today. Okay? Because now most of the women out here are hoes, or they're just undisciplined and incorrigible. Okay? Or incorrigible. They're incorrigible, which means they are uh 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 what they call it? I used to call unreasonable. No matter what you do, they're gonna still do what they're gonna do. They're gonna still act the way they're gonna act based on genetics and socialization, mainly socialization. Okay. Remember, most of these single moms are, don't most of them, 9 out of 10 of them didn't grow up with their father, so they don't think you should have a father either. But they'll bring some old simp up in there. They'll bring some old trick up in there. They love to do that shit. Trick up in there. They love to do that shit. So the point that I want to make is that when you guys look at uh these Instagram models, y'all, you thinking to yourself, no harm, no foul. Well, that's not necessarily true, because those women hurt these women hurt the image of women in general, but the black ones hurt the other decent black women, which ain't nothing but like 5 in the whole country. They make them look bad, and then too, by the time by the time they get after by the time these women get to you, after all these dudes done ran through them, after you done ran through them, after all these niggas done ran through them, now they want a good man. And the thing is, a lot of times when they get to these so-called men they think they can handle, what do? They shit all over the simp and the trick. They shit all over 'em. And sometimes these simps and trick turn into the big time asshole dude. Okay? The reason why Ray Ray's and Pookie, the reason why the thoughts you see on Instagram or other social media platforms. The reason why these women are sitting up there poking their ass out and showing all they treats. The reason why they're doing that is because they're trying to. They don't really want to fight for a producer. Okay, they don't want to fight for a producer because a producer is going to be shrewd. He's going to be a shrewd, intelligent, and he's going to be a guy who's going to do everything he can to protect. He's doing everything he can to protect his assets, and if he's been through what I've been through one time, he's going to make sure that shit don't happen a second time. So he's going to be hella shrewd, and a lot of women are going to take that the wrong way. They're going to take it. They're going to take it the wrong way. And a lot of simps and tricks are going to take it the wrong way. And you know why? Because simps and tricks are not shrewd people. They're not. They're not shrewd. They're not shrewd males. And they're usually worker be. And when I say a worker, they're mainly workers. They're not producers. Nothing wrong with being a worker. Everybody can't be a producer, and they're not supposed to. But don't sit around hating on somebody that is, which is what a lot of y'all do. You sit around hating. You sit around hating on the dude who ain't got nothing to do with that. He ain't got nothing to do with your life trajectory. Has nothing to do with your life trajectory. If you're a non-producer and you're just an average dude making $15 an hour, be the best $15 an hour employee that ever was. Live your life to the fullest. Don't sit around waiting on some woman to validate your existence. See, the stank holes that you see on Instagram, oh my God. The stank holes that you see on these social media platforms, their ass poked out and showing all they lady parts. These women ain't trying to get no shrewd man. They looking for some stupid ass rapper. Oh, I forgot to add in the only guys only guys who mess with them type of women are rappers. I said athletes already, but rappers will fuck with them. Now all those guys, they're in another tax bracket. I don't really consider them to be. I kind of don't. I kind of do consider them to be producers, but then again, not in the same way that a brother who's a dentist or an accountant or warehouse operations manager, they're not going to see that the same way. You see that? I'll give you an example. There's a guy, there's a guy that plays for the Minnesota Vikings, and he's a defensive end. He makes $800,000 a year, and he's made that the last couple years. Okay, and right now he's negotiating for a new contract so he can get that big payoff and that big bonus. He makes it now. Now the other guy, let's compare that with the other guy. The other guy is he owns a company that uh, that does material handling for different manufacturing companies. Okay, his income, he pays himself 1.3 million, and his gross revenue is 40 million a year. Okay. No, take that back. He pays, let me say he pays him the same, he pays himself the same amount of money. He pays himself 800,000. Okay. He's a button up type of brother. He wears a suit every day or business casual. He's a clean cut brother. Okay. Now, the football players got locks. Got all these tats on him. Okay. He looks like a Ray Ray and Pookie that plays professional football. Who in the hell do you think that thought is gonna go after or wants to who you think she's trying to attract? The brother that owns his own company and he makes $800,000, or the athlete that makes $800,000? You already know what the answer to that is. You already know. You already know, player. You already know. She ain't trying to get with that brother that's buttoned down. She ain't trying to get with a brother like that because he gonna be shrewd. He might take her on one date and he peeps up her her get down, and he's looking at her like, I want to fuck this chick, but I don't think it's worth it. This chick's breath stinks. She didn't smell all that clean. He got all this time to get ready before this date. And the only thing she took time to do is put on sexy clothes and do her hair and put her makeup on. But yet her breath smells like toilet water, and she kind of smells a little kind of like she just left work. She smelled like she been at work. You know that smell. It ain't exactly totally funky, but it's not a smell you want to smell when you first meet somebody. Is it? The first, like I said, I've met women who I thought were attractive, and then I smelled how I peeped their lack of bathing, or the fact that they just came straight from work over there when they could have told me, hey, let's meet later on so I can go home and get cleaned up. Instead, their attitude was, he just gonna take me as is. And there's a whole lot of women out here who are single, who can't get or keep a man who sits up here where I am. That's why the only niggas you can get is the nigga that carries all his belongings around in a trash bag. That's why, the hobosexual. He ain't got no car, or if he does, it's raggedy, it's breaking down. He got to always continue to fix it. He can't help you financially. Because remember, what you see these BBL hoes do on social media, remember, these women, ain't got nothing. Most of them are fronting. Maybe they got some little weak ass, uh, uh, maybe they got some little weak ass endorsement deal to sell some weight loss product or something like that. They ain't getting paid that much money. Okay. They getting flued out by simps and tricks. Remember, rappers and athletes. Remember, those are the only two main groups of men who will waste their time dealing with thoughts. Okay, see, thoughts know that certain men, them athlete types and those rapper types, they don't mind giving up the ass to them, because giving up the ass to them is Business as usual. That's what they do all the time. But when she runs across a clean cut producer. Look what happens. Look what happens. She knows this ain't gonna go anywhere because she knows she doesn't bring anything to the table. Okay? You think that woman don't know that she ain't brought nothing to you think that woman don't know that she ain't brought nothing to say ain't brought nothing to don't bring nothing to the table? Okay? These women know we know better. They know we dealing with a hoe. They know we dealing with a hoe. But again, but men just do off cold shit with women because they think that's gonna give them some ass. Okay, if I show up and buy this chick a drink, she gonna give me the ass tonight. And you gonna get disappointed because she ain't about to give you she ain't never giving you any pussy. And see, when you say that to a lot of simps and tricks, they get mad because they know that's true. They know they ain't gonna never get no ass from this woman, but they willing to show up and get embarrassed anyway. She gonna sit there and be playing on her phone the whole time, and she gonna suck that drink up, and she gonna walk away from you and be like, "Thanks," and you gonna be sitting there looking stupid. Remember, dating ain't free. It's the it's a form of quid pro quo, which means you do for me, I do for you. Now, you may not expect no sex the first night, but when you talk to this woman, when if you know, because a lot of y'all don't find out these women ain't interested in you because you ain't paid attention to the cues. A lot of y'all don't find out the woman ain't interested in you or have never been interested in you until you go on a date. So that's why these women will keep you taking them out to dinner and spending money on them because you're safe. You don't seem like you'll take any pussy. So they're looking at you like, I can run a game on this nigga. I can run game on this nigga. So you end up being an easy mark. You end up being an easy mark to be embarrassed and to be clowned. And you deserve that. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserved it. Whatever way that woman treats you, you deserve it because you asked for it by not paying attention to the cues. Man, I don't remember her showing me any cues. Oh, she showed you plenty of cues. You just weren't paying attention. Me any cues. Oh, she showed you plenty of cues. You just weren't paying attention. You just wasn't paying attention. Okay? You just you wasn't paying attention and you didn't know, you naive, you didn't know what to look for. I do. You digs? I know what to look for. And I'm gonna find all that out the first conversation I have with this chick if I met her online or on an app. I'm not gonna show up to the first meetup and not understand what kind of trash I'm dealing with. Remember, the reason why thoughts seek to attract simps, you know, simps and tricks who are athletes and rappers because they know these guys got low standards. Anything with a big ass or any woman that's attractive looking is attractive to them. Even if that chick is a low class bum, all they looking at is ass instead of saying, wait a minute, man, this chick, I'm not really feeling it. I'm not really feeling this chick, man. This chick hygiene ain't up to par. You don't care nothing about that. Man, I'm trying to get me some ass. If that woman is neglecting her personal hygiene, what else do you think she'll neglect? Hmm? If she ain't got enough respect for herself to wash her ass and brush her teeth, or at least pop a couple sticks of gum in her mouth, knowing that she got to make an impression on this guy, is that really a woman you want to be with? Huh? Is it? Because it ain't a one. Look, I don't look. I've dated enough women to understand that I don't need to fuck every woman that I come in contact with that says hi to me. I see these broken down Caucasian women that be at these be working in these grocery stores and some of these restaurants. And what I find interesting is that some of these women try to be extra friendly toward me to try and get, hoping that maybe I'll try to holler at them. But I don't want no broken down old ass white woman. I don't want your little stumpy ass. I don't want your little frumpty dumpty ass. You built like a pear. I don't want somebody like that. I won't even fuck a chick like that. I'd rather go home with a hard dick than to deal with that because my dick got standards. Now yours might not. But see, having a dick with standards only comes out of only comes out of you getting a lot of sex and women being attracted to you. See, I've never had problems attracting women. See, that's never been a problem. Okay. But you probably might have that problem. Maybe you don't. Because I've dated women who said my last boyfriend was fine as hell, but he didn't have no confidence in himself. He didn't have no get up and go. He wasn't a go-getter. And that's why they no longer with this guy, because he wasn't plotting any kind of path anywhere. He just wanted to keep going, getting up, going to work, coming home, and that's it. He wasn't willing to do anything else. Okay? He's not willing to do it. He ain't willing to do anything else. Meanwhile, I'm a upperly mobile dude who ain't satisfied with his situation. Or totally satisfied, I mean. I'm still hungry for more. The thing that I contend with is mental health and physical health. Those are my obstacles, not the drive and the interest. That's not the problem. You digs? So the point that I want to make to you guys is this. You have a lot to you guys got a lot more to deal with these women than I had to at your age. But it's still no excuse for you to take a beating financially and emotionally by these women, and you don't even have to if you pay. Be like, hey, Ice, how much you charge, uh for life coaching or dating coaching, man. I need to get at these females, but I don't really know what I'm doing. Some of y'all ain't even man enough to admit that what you're doing ain't working. Some of y'all won't even admit it to yourself. You'll keep on playing them games and hey, I ask you, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And, okay. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna take a quick break. If you haven't contributed already, please go do so. The Cash App IDs are in the chat room. You can also go to asktheiceman.com to donate or contribute. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I don't see why not. Hold on, though. Yeah, I'm on a live stream. Simpson tricks are Simpson tricks for a reason. Okay? There's Simpson tricks for a reason. Okay? They're a simp or a trick because they don't know how to utilize uh, leverage. They don't understand that relationships, even business relationships, are about leverage. Everything's about leverage. The white people understand that. It's black folks, mainly black men, who don't understand that. They don't understand that. Uh, if you give your leverage away to a woman when you first meet her, guess what? You ain't gonna never get it back. And you shouldn't get it back. Because if you were dumb enough to give it up in the first place, that's why when I show up, that's why I try to warn these women up front that that the Iceman ain't giving you shit. You ain't gonna get nothing out of me. You ain't gonna get shit out of me. But a hard dick and bubble gum. Damn, man, what's up with this shit? I'm going fucked up. Just like with anything else, people don't necessarily pick. People, women don't get the best man for them. They get the easiest man they can get, especially unattractive women like, say, my fat ass, ugly wife, ex-wife. Okay? They got to go get men like that because a man like me isn't going to be serious about fucking with them. First of all, when I see women that look like my ex-wife, I don't even look at them. I don't want nothing from you. I don't want absolutely anything from you. Okay. People just like when like white supremacists, they'll go get a white, they'll go get the black person that is not the best for the job, the easiest to be able to manipulate and control. That's the black person they gonna get. That's why whenever they get wherever they get black women in on these shows and in these movies, they always go get a fat black woman. They always go get a fat black woman. Okay, because that makes them feel comfortable, and that's Caucasians all over this country. It ain't just Southern Caucasians like you think. Even even white supremacists in California like fat mammies because fat mammies can be controlled. You see how that work? Fat mammies can be controlled, unlike a woman who's an 8 or a 9, a black woman who's an 8 or a 9. Let's like a Angela Bassett. They know they ain't gonna be able to control her. Okay, and it helps them rest easy getting a below hanging fruit person for that job. Remember, they're not trying to get the best for the job. They're getting the best. They're getting the best coon, mammy, or sambo for the job, or Negro bedwench for this job. Anyway, simps and tricks. They go for the they always end up with the athlete or the rapper because these guys are hella ghetto. They ain't got no class. And they look at these nasty ass women on Instagram and they go, mama. They see their mama in these hoes. Their mama been tricking and faking and playing all her games. Okay. So they're hip to, you know, scheming assholes, which is why they end up with somebody like that. Because that's what their mother was, a scheming asshole. A scheming ass nasty hoe. Okay? Because a lot of guys that go, well, how come, a investment banker ain't gonna want that thought, yet she's a 9? Because he knows she that'll be the main chick who will embarrass him in public or embarrass him at a work function. She ain't gonna know how to talk to people. She ain't definitely ain't gonna know how to talk to college educated people or educated people. She's only used to being around ghetto niggas. So when she comes up in there, she gonna be cussing. She gonna be saying all kind of stupid shit, and them people gonna look at you like, hey man, this is your representative? This woman represents you. This is who you this is your girl. This is who you want to represent you, brother. They're gonna be looking at you stupid. Why would you get with a hood rat like that just because she got a banging body, or she has the whole package and she's ghetto and got tattoos on her chest and all this old kind of shit? Or she wants to walk in there with a dress showing her naked ass, talking about ass cleavage. I mean, what kind of stupid shit is that? That's some crazy shit. So you see, these types of women want low hanging fruit males, which is your athletes and your rappers and dope boys and other assorted bum niggas. okay, who don't fully represent black men. You digs? So, don't be, see, now when they get older, they might try to go after you because they done failed with all these other men. So they'll they'll go after you because you're a nice guy, which translate to you're a dumbass who is dumb enough to tolerate her ass. Because an investment or investment banker or lawyer ain't gonna mess with a thigh unless he can take you to the hotel, beat the guts up, and be done with her ass by the next day. That's the only way a producer will fuck with you. But see, this is why a lot of times when these women get with men like me or men like some of you, the first thing they'll do, they'll try not to give up no ass. We just because we might be professionals or we might be, like seem like we square dudes that we ain't got no street sense. Okay, we ain't got no street knowledge. And that's not always the case. You digs? So anyway, I'm about to bounce. Go by asktheiceman.com for dating and life coaching. Also, business plans go on the second page about the Iceman page. You can go over there and check out my credentials and see if that I'm a person you want to work with. You can contribute at any time on our Cash App IDs. Y'all have a good week. I'll holler at you later.